Okay, who's ready to screw up this one now?
Sure.
Okay, let's go for it. Okay, yeah. Top 3 Pokemon generations. Let's see how much hate we can get, guys. Okay, so Gen 1. I think that's all what we agree on. What was like the third best generation? Because I mean, it was good. I mean, there was obviously a lot of problems with it that a lot of people didn't like the missing no glitch and whatnot. And I mean, like Fawful's minion gives it the absolute hate. But I mean, I'm not a Gen 1er, but it was pretty good. I mean, I still think Yellow has got to be like my second favorite Pokemon game. Like, have you even actually? How much Gen 1 did you actually play, or if you even played it?
Pokemon, none.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was good. I don't think it was good enough to receive all the praise that like the Gen 1ers get it, but I mean, I'm not trying to be mean when I say that, but it was good. And I mean, I still really like it. You know, there's problems and there's stuff that people don't give enough credit for. Like, they say it's how glitchy it was. I mean, that doesn't really matter. I mean, just don't perform the glitch and you're fine. I mean, so I mean, I still really like it. So yeah, that's number 3. Okay, so Gen 4, yeah, number 2. I mean, I actually haven't really played so much Gen 4. I mean, I used to play it like on an emulator that I had for that school-issued computer I've got, but I like Gen 4. It's okay to me. I mean, I don't have that much with it, but I mean, it's like your favorite generation. I can see why, like the Lucario and everyone.
That's just like a good. It just has like a bunch of good ones on that list.
Yeah, I think that it introduced like a lot of Pokemon that people really like Darkrai, which I never really was much for Darkrai, but then again, that's probably because I didn't see that one Pokemon movie. But I mean,
that was an awesome movie.
What was it called again? Was it Rise of Darkrai?
Rise of Darkrai.
Yeah.
It was legit. I'll say that. It was legit.
I mean, I just think that Generation 4 actually did have like a lot of stuff that people like, the Pokemon, the movies. I mean, there wasn't too much bad about Gen 4. Like, I think I heard the pacing was a little slow, but other than that, I mean, the touchpad, and knowing me, I don't like it when Nintendo abuses something, they get like the touch screen, but it did work really well for Pokemon. Like, you could just select that one attack instead of having to use all the D-pad and buttons. So, I mean, that's the one time I think the touch screen was actually justified. I mean, yeah, so Gen 4, number 2. Okay, and for my favorite generation, I'm going to be daring and put Generation 3. I mean, I loved it. I had so many hours with it on Ruby. Hey, don't laugh, it's not funny. Yes, I put Generation 3 at number 1. And just not even the main games that I played, like the spin-off games. I mean, you know, ELICARIO, you liked spin-off games a lot, didn't you?
I do. I'm well-rounded, I see myself as, and I'm sorry, I was out of Blaze for a second. I enjoyed the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series. I've only played 2 games. I wasn't like a die-hard fan for them, but they were relaxing, refreshing, and best part is there wasn't a single human telling like Pokemon what to do.
Yeah. So I mean, there's just so many things from Gen 3. The nostalgia factor I have, which I think King Nappy made a good point when he said you can't take out the nostalgia factor. And I mean, Gen 3 had a lot of nostalgia, like I think Gen 4 did for you, because we both weren't really allowed with Pokemon growing up too much. Like,
so when Pokemon was starting up, we weren't allowed to like get in on some of that action, but when we were able to sneak on, or were allowed to in small doses, we were like in like Gen 3 or 4.
Gen 3 and 4. So I mean, that's where we really had our start, which is why we put Gen 3 and 4 so high. And even beyond that, like we said, with Gen 4 having a lot of the good Pokemon, like Lucario, I mean, you are ELICARIO12345.
Well, technically, I see myself as I created a new species of Lucario, but I'll get into more of that some other time.
Yeah, so, I mean, Gen 3 also, I mean, while my favorite Pokemon is Golem, I always love Registeel and Rayquaza. I mean, Rayquaza used to be my favorite. So, I mean, just Gen 3, I can see why people didn't like it, like, the whole water thing. I mean, did you even really like using Surf all the time?
Well, every now and then it got annoying, like, I can't believe how many times I have to use Surf just to get somewhere.
But other than that, I mean, Gen 3, I just really liked it. I couldn't find that much wrong with it, maybe because I'm narrow-minded, but yeah, it was great. I mean, Steven, hold on, you love Steven. I mean, the new Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire remakes, have you seen how he's going to look?
I've seen only Groudon and Kyogre's new Mega Evolve look, and I gotta say, very impressive.
Well, I haven't actually seen too much of those, or even Steven, for that matter. I heard that he just looks amazing, and for Gen 3 itself, he did look pretty cool. But Gen 3, love it because of how many hours spent with it. Bottom line, and did I mention May, or am I going to get sidetracked on that?
Yeah, but to take that aside, I think it was a smart/dumb move with the Mega Evolutions coming on.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them look fantastic with new Mega Evolution, and some of them look okay. Some just look, what the heck is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Blaziken, the Mega Evolution, people love it. Which is another good point. I mean, the starter Pokemon from...
I mean, the starters and several favorites like Lucario and Mewtwo, for example, those were like awe-inspiring. Like, oh my goodness, these guys deserve like another form, and this just takes the cake.
Yeah, but Gen 3, I mean, so many people like loved like Blaziken and Rayquaza that you can notice like how many firefighting types were afterwards, and Dragon. I mean, Rayquaza set the standard for legendary dragons. So
I agree, and besides, they did say Chinese dragons or the ancestors of all dragons, so it's not surprising that it did start the legendaries, like dragon types and legendaries.
Yeah, so giving them the Mega Evolutions, Blaziken and Rayquaza, epic, and it all started with Gen 3. I mean, I don't think Gen 3 is the best, because I think that either have to go to 1 or 2 with its fan bases, but it's definitely our favorite.
I'm not showing favoritism, but Generation 1 did start Pokemon in general.
Yeah, so that's why
Generation 2 kept it strong. Generation 3 started a new era, but one of the last generations recently, I've lost count.
Yeah.
Like started like the Mega Evolution series, which is like the next step.
Yeah, I mean, Gen 3 revolutionized it. It's mainly the nostalgia factor that we never had with the first generation of games. That's why I love 3 and you love 4. I mean, so yeah, and just I love Gen 3. Bottom line. Any other comments you'd like to add?
Well, not that I can think of for this video. Well,
yeah.
Thank you everyone for having me.
So yeah, Generation 3 is our favorite generation, or at least mine. We like ELICARIO. I think yours is 4, like we said.
I'm pretty much. I guess 4, but I really don't care. It's just like as long as they're okay.
So Gen 3 is our favorite. You don't like it, you disagree, which I'm pretty sure you do, considering Gen 3 is the hated generation. Leave your own comments and give us some tips on what we can do better in our next video. Like, maybe I can talk less and maybe you can hear more you like ELICARIO.
And a lot less May.
Oh, hey, don't get me started. I don't want to get on a whole topic of that. Pokemon, just give us a time skip, please. Please, do it for May. Anyways, enough. We're gonna get too carried away. So, see you in the next video.
Hasta la vista, amigos.